you want to see me, don't come on Saturday and Sundays. I'll be very busy with that. So we want, as part of IIDB's role, is we're helping member countries. And in the context of Malaysia, one of the interesting that we are doing, which we had a long discussion with Bank Negara yesterday, is we are now creating a joint team between Bank Negara's team and IIDB's team, is to structure Islamic instruments to raise funds to develop member countries which are poor. For example, one of the countries we are looking at is, Kelantanese will pronounce this differently, Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire. Kelantanese pronounce rosak lah. Okay. So Côte d'Ivoire. Côte d'Ivoire is the old English, the English term is called Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast. Okay. Ivory Coast. The French spelling is C-O-T-E. Okay. So we are developing, we are raising with Bank Negara some structures to raise sukuk to help that country. So we also in IIDB, we want to work with Bank Negara. And some of these things later on will be helpful to IBF, particularly in your teaching. And one of the key team members in the team are ex-IIUM. Rafi Hanif in the team, as well as Said Alwi. So IIUM graduates. So, you know, our graduates are making and doing very well, not only in Malaysia. In IRTI, okay, Dr. Hello, I've been taking, I do not know whether you call it fortunately or unfortunately, I've been taking, I think, the last 3 staff from IIUM, graduates of IIUM. Graduates of IIUM I've taken. Partly, I take graduates of IIUM because they know my style and they know how we do in IIUM. And they are the ones that help me to drive IRTI. So we are making changes. And we diversify in terms of various nationalities. IIDB, we have to consider nationalities when we bring in people to work. So quota of nationals are very important. We get good graduates. If you look at the manpower of IIDB, you see the top Muslims of the world. I mean, they graduate from top universities of the world. You name the top universities in UK, they are there in IIDB. Top universities in US, we have. Top universities in the French-speaking countries, we have in IIDB. So you have all the bright minds, but sometimes, you know, the enabling environment in Saudi also creates some issues. But alhamdulillah, we are driving, we are making the changes. And we, again, on the part of IRTI and IIDB, we welcome collaboration and work. The good thing also about IIDB and IRTI is that we don't work in silos. For example, all projects, IRTI will be involved with IIDB. So we work together as a team from various entities of the bank. So although I handle research, but investment projects, we are also involved in investment projects. Fundraising, we are also involved in this thing. So as you can see, it's a very good interaction. So we do hope also in the part of the, in academia, when we talk about Islamic finance, that we need to bring in people from law, from economics, even to a certain extent from the, when you talk about infrastructure development, coming from architecture and so on. So there must be always collaborative efforts in promoting Islamic finance globally and also in Malaysia. So, without wanting to spend more time, again, let me thank Prof. Datuk Sri Zaleha, Prof. Faris, Prof. Kamil, and my colleagues here for welcoming me again to Malaysia. I will try to come from time to time, but unfortunately, again, we also have quotas for certain countries. We cannot be coming to Malaysia too often. So that was the reason why I didn't come for the economics conference. Partly, again, we have to consider the quota. If not, the president will be saying, why are you going to Malaysia all the time? Like no other country. So we have to do that. Because remember, we have to serve 56 countries. Like last month, I was in 3 different time zones in 2 weeks. And also this time around, this Saturday, I'm flying off to Tajikistan for another 5 days. So you do travel quite a bit, but you also get satisfaction because you are helping countries to implement Islamic finance. So you know at the end of the day, you have your touch there in those countries. So you say before you die, yes, you have to contribute. You have contributed to the Muslim Ummah, to the 56 countries. I think that's the satisfaction that you get. In the universities, you also get that satisfaction. I tell you, I got the satisfaction. Why? Because you have students from all over the world. So you get that satisfaction that you are teaching students, not only 56 countries, but 96 countries, IIUM. Now how many? 115. So just imagine your contribution. So you don't see this, but we see this outside. You're contributing, you're helping a lot Muslim countries by spreading the knowledge, and you get many students from all over the world. And that's one of the biggest contribution, I tell you. And Islamic finance globally, apart from IIUM in Malaysia, is INCF. These are the two institutions. People are not looking at other institutions in the context of really producing good quality graduates. So you must be happy in terms of what you have done. But of course, we should not be resting our laurel. So we should continue to push to make sure that we are still ahead. If not, we'll be overtaken by others. The other one that I gain a lot from IIUM is the experience in managing international staff. And that's also the good thing. We have many international staff. So it gives me the experience. When I go to IRTI to manage, it's nothing new in the sense that we have that experience in managing, except of course Saudi is another environment, but we are managing it. So imagine you have a university which have 115 countries, students from 115 countries. Very few universities in this world having this kind of environment, having this kind of students. That is really something that IIUM has contributed a lot. And I think we must salute our former rectors for having the mind, having the vision for the future. I think without IIUM, I don't think Malaysia has created a significant impact on international education, I tell you. You go to IDB, there are many IDB staff who are graduates of IIUM. You talk to staff of IDB, they will say, I have my sons, my daughters in IIUM. Okay? You go to other countries, you have this. So we have done a great job, really. We have done a great job. But my suggestion is we continue to push. We need to continue to push to really contribute in various aspects. I'm not saying in Islamic finance alone, but also other aspects, engineering, architecture, and so on, economics. Because this is our contribution, and the university should continue to push this mission. And of course, to be in important positions, in important committees. And one of them, I think you should continue in the OIC. I think that's very important, forum. So again, thank you very much for this invitation, and we will, on the part of IRTI and IDB, we will continue to support IIUM and IBF, and also not only to IRTI, but also from IDB side. I will also continue to support from the IDB side, because I am part of the IDB group management, as we said, so we discuss common issues together, and we will continue to support IIUM. So thank you very much. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ratu, for the great sharing. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the main part of today's event. The reason we are here for the Memorandum of Understanding between IIUM Institute of Islamic Banking and Finance, IIBF, and Islamic Research and Training Center, IRTI, Islamic Development Bank Group. The signee representing IIBF is our IIUM beloved Rector, Honorable Professor Datuk Seri Dr. Zaliha Kamaruddin, and representing Islamic Research and Training Center, IRTI, is Honorable Professor Datuk Dr. Muhammad Azmi Omar. And the Memorandum of Understanding is to be witnessed by the Honorable Professor Ahmad Kamil Maidin Mera, Dean IIBF, and the Honorable Professor Dr. Ahmad Faris Ismail, Deputy Rector Research and Innovation, IIUM. Please welcome our guest of honor to the stage. Thank you, Dr. Sri. Thank you, Dr. Once again, I would like to request our VVIPs to remain in front of the stage for our next agenda. And please welcome Honorable Professor Dr. Muhammad Azmi Omar, Director General of IRTI, accompanied by Honorable Professor Dr. Ahmad Faris Ismail, Deputy Director Research and Innovation, IIUM, to present a token of appreciation to the Honorable Professor Dr. Zaliha Kamaruddin, Rector of IIUM. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Alhamdulillah, we have come to the conclusion of this signing ceremony. It is now my pleasure to invite Associate Professor Dr. Yunus Solhi from IIBF to recite the dua. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم أصلح لنا ديننا الذي هو عصمة أمرنا، واصلح لنا دنيانا التي فيها معاشنا، واصلح لنا آخرتنا التي إليها معادنا، واجعل الحياة زيادة لنا في كل خير، واجعل الموت راحة لنا من كل شر. اللهم إنا نسألك التقى والعفاف والغنى. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم إنا نسألك أن تبارك في هذه الاتفاقية